we want to get into today?
Let's see. We got to go with the Megan thing.
We have to. And Tory Lanez. I actually didn't really know anything about it.
Well, you hear so many different things. My first thought when I was like, oh, they're like in court and shit, I'm like, I can't wait for Kylie to be on the stand.
Yeah.
Because the last detail I heard was, oh, now she was going to kick Megan out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, they need to put that chick on the stand. But then we all know she lies, you know.
Right.
Can we trust Kylie's opinion? I mean, half her body's fake. Like, can we?
And the way the Kardashians operate too, like we'll never see it.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean?
Damn.
We'll never ever see it. It's not going to be like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, where every single second covered from a different angle. Like no, the Black China thing, no footage ever.
Yeah, that's true.
They had little like caricature drawings from the court, but that's it. So I know we're never going to see Kylie's like whatever. Who knows?
I don't know. That's a whole like back and forth about everything. And now like the friend said she doesn't remember, but then they pulled up like the 911 call where she says like Megan's been shot.
Someone got shot. Yeah, of course you didn't remember. I wouldn't remember either. Who's trying to get shot? Nobody.
I think Tory Lanez full on like Napoleon complex. Like
Definitely.
dude's ugly and short. Like yeah, you make music is cool, but you've never been like
You're not Meg the Stallion. She's known across like Tory Lanez.
You know, be as big. I'm
some
sure
bangers,
he was trying to like jump on that, and she's like just kicked it off like he was some annoying little dog or something.
Literally, like she's a whole lot of woman, and he's like a little. I don't know. I just couldn't even.
It wasn't even the video pool where he's like pull up on her, and she's kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, like he's bestie to her. She's new.
I wouldn't even with Tory Lanez. No, it's not impressive.
No, like that's one couple that doesn't like go good together. I can't imagine them together. Like what a weird pairing.
I don't know, even like some of this stuff about like Sweetie that's coming out about supposedly all these dudes that she hooked up with, and I'm like, nah.
Really? I haven't seen any of that.
She's such a cocky ass chick, and I'm fucking cocky, so I'm like, I feel like you're more like selective with who you're fucking around with.
Right.
Like supposedly now she which one is she dating? Quavo? So like she messed with Offset, I guess.
What?
I don't know. He like said a whole list of people.
No.
Like, I don't believe it either. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, I don't know. What is her net worth? Maybe.
Not as much as Cardi's.
Definitely not. But, I mean, Offset ain't picky, though. So.
That's true. That's true. But I feel like Cardi and Offset go good together.
That's just a whole lot of mess there. That's what that is. We'll have to see how the Megan thing plays out now that it's like actually in court.
Yeah, I think, yeah, for sure. Megan's got good money now. She's got that lawyer money. She's not going to lose.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Let's see about that. All right. What happened to you this week? Anything interesting?
Nothing. I wanted to fight a kid at the park yesterday for throwing sand at my baby, but her older sister stepped in before I had to. I was like, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like those TikToks going around where it's like, I'm so worried about this kid, and then but what they got, their older siblings.
Yeah,
no. Beast.
I'm not worried about it. I was like the same way with my sister. Mm-hmm. So
can we talk about how you walked into the Boys and Girls Club with your Huff socks on police day?
I didn't know it was police. I didn't know it was police day. Listen, I wasn't even supposed to pick them up that day. Someone to do it because I'm their mom, and so ultimately they are my responsibility. But I went from work
your Huff socks
where I manage a cannabis shop, and it's fully part of my uniform, and it's cool, and no one cares. But the Boys and Girls Club, it's cold, so I had like my long Huff socks on, and I walked in, and I realized everyone was staring at my legs, and I was like, oh yeah, my shoes are cool. And then I was like, fuck my socks. And by then they had all seen it, and it was too late. So what was I going to do? Tuck it and be like, sorry, and make it more awkward? Or was I just going to like,
yeah, it's legal now, whatever,
do what I did, pretend I didn't see it? But that was the day that the whole freaking Palm Springs police station was there, like handing out turkeys and like taking pictures with all the kids, like group photos outside. And I'm grabbing my kids walking by in my Huff socks as quick as possible.
There were some bright ass socks too.
Yeah, super inappropriate.
Sorry, mom things. It happens.
Yeah. Have kids one day?
Oh my God! Please don't ask me that question.
So that's
Sheesh.
yes.
Oh,
Just
no,
make sure if you
I only
do.
got like a year or two left. That the most.
What do you mean?
Because I'm 31, bro. 31.
So what does that mean?
My eggs are going downhill.
When's
I'm
your
running out?
When's a cutoff for you?
32.
32?
I don't know.
God damn.
Well, how do you feel having like?
I always said that I was gonna be done having kids by 30.
Your youngest is.
My youngest is 3. And then I have a
So you were
7-year-old.
30 when you had that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
29. She turned. I turned 30 like 2 weeks after she was born.
I just always think about how old I'll be when they're like 18.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm like, 50 is not that bad. And I feel like I'm aging pretty well. So
right.
I'll be good.
Yeah. Take care of yourself so you can be around a long time.
Yeah.
When are we bringing our guest on right now?
Speaking of moms.
Yeah.
Speaking of MILFs.
Let's get another MILF in here.
See, we're both on that vibe.
Hello.
Oh, she's all MILFed out.
Speaking of MILF, look at her.
We just rolled out of bed and this bitch was like, hey.
Yeah. We're freezing.
Me?
Yeah. Yes. And her baby's so young too. I ran into her at the mall yesterday actually. And I was like, dang, she looks so good. Like she has a baby, not just a baby, but a tiny baby still. Like for me,
it's like super chunky.
Yeah, it takes me like 2 to 3 years to bounce back from a pregnancy. This girl did it in like 6 months, maybe less.
Yeah, I'd say less.
Yeah.
You're hella skinny with your Tigo bitties, bro.
Thank you.
How old's your baby now, Ray?
16 months.
Dang, see.
So for the people who don't like to do the math, she's a year and 4 months.
Yeah, a year and some change.
All right, so what is our topic of the day?
Our topic is going to be dating.
Dating.
Yeah. Are you dating right now, Ray?
I'm with the father of my child, so.
Look at you.
Nice. Hope that works out. Wow, none of us are single. Crazy.
I know.
You usually.
That's kind of
I went 10 years. Okay, I went 10 years. I did the best I could. I'm sorry.
That's a long ass.
I could talk about dating because 10 years single was a whole lot of dating.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm a serial dater.
Yeah.
Like that was my specialty.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, oh my gosh, like I love baseball, right?
Yeah.
So I'd always want to date baseball players, but I didn't want to have a relationship with them because I'm like, I don't want you to fuck up the game for me.
Yeah.
I just want to date you. Like we can go to strip club real quick. So I'm a serial dater. I've been on like a lot of 1-2 dates and then like ghosted after that.
That's crazy. I'm not like super into dating. I'm like a serial monogamist. Like I've been in like serious relationships like back to back. I get so annoyed. Like I don't know, the whole dating thing.
Dating is annoying. That's why I was like, I'll stick to like the men with money for a while before I
Smart.
That's smart.
You know what a rich lady told me one time? She said it's just as easy, if not easier, to fall in love with a rich man as it is to love a broke.
Fall in love with a rich man.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I had a good life.
Yeah.
How about you, Ray? Are you serial monogamous or serial dater? Like before your
That's tricky because I really don't enjoy people.
Right.
So I would probably say I'm more of a serial dater. It's definitely that because it's more of an ego thing. Like I like, and I'm okay to admit that. I like that men want me and I can be like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. No. Because I don't know, it takes a lot for me to actually give somebody the time of day to be like, oh, okay, sure, I could date you. Mm-hmm. Because when I date you, my idea isn't, oh, we're going to date for a few months. Like, no, we're going to have some kids. Right. You're going to marry me. You're going to buy me a car. Like, I'm not going to waste my time if you're not in that kind of category. So
yeah, see, mine was the opposite. I was wasting like the lifestyle I was living at the time. So I think we were like on the same page. Like we were just dating to have fun type of thing.
Mhm.
But I also had the type of lifestyle where like, you know, you had to deal with like how was I gonna date a regular dude when it's like certain other dudes that are my clients or sliding in my DMs or stuff. So I'm like,
Why would you
I
date a
only
regular
dated a
person?
certain amount of like certain class of people at
Yeah.
the time.
I had like my son really young. I was 18 when I had him, and so I didn't want to have like a bunch of like dudes in and out of his life.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean? That's
I see
not the
that, yeah.
example I wanted to set. So like I basically always have been in a long-term relationship. Or I don't call it anything, or it didn't count at all.
It's a situationship now. There's a word
Not
for that
even.
now.
No, I won't even
She
acknowledge
won't
it.
admit that either.
No.
Sorry, forgive my sniffling.
Don't get me sick, Alex. I can't.
Okay,
take
so
it.
on first dates, do you guys do 50-50?
No.
No.
Well, okay, my perspective is like if you asked, you pay.
You're paying. Right.
But also, this is so fucking manipulative. I'd be like, yeah, let me pull out my card. And like they never let you anyway.
Yeah.
But they always appreciate that you're about to pull out your card. And if I ended up having to pay, I'm just like, oh, okay, like, cool. We're never gonna see each other again. Great. Like,
Really?
for sure. I'm sure a lot of women do that. If you're not a woman who does that, you should start doing that. It's a total like manipulation. Easy.
Oh,
No, because I'm just not going to pay. We're gonna look at each other like,
Oh, you're that you're that chick.
She won't even go to reach for the card. She'll be like, so, and what are you gonna do?
well, if it's the first date, yeah. If this is like the second or third, I have no problem going 50-50. But the first date, if you ask me on a date, no, I'm not paying for it. I didn't go in like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with somebody. Like your end result is to fuck me, right? So I'm not.
Oh, see, I never
What are you talking about? Like even if I'm not doing that, it's still, I know in the back of your mind as a man that's your, you know what I mean, if that's your end goal, like you can't tell me no man's like not, he doesn't take a female out like, oh, I'm gonna fuck her.
where I'm just like, I already know that you're gonna have to fucking work for it. We just don't know.
No,
We're
guys,
not.
like, I hope I take her out to dinner and we just have a really nice time. Like,
I
no,
get that no guys like that, but I'm also like, I already give you that energy before. Like that's not how the date is ending.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not paying. I'm not even gonna act like
I'm not paying, but I'll pretend like
If
no,
it's like your birthday or something, like, yeah, I'll pay. But like, other than that,
yeah, but
why
that's
would
not
I?
first date though.
That's
either.
true. But like, why would
The
I?
only time I could think of is like one time I did date like this rich Korean, and like there's no way I was gonna even pretend like I could cover that fucking bill. So
Like, grab your shit.
Like my one exception, yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously.
And I always like make sure I'm like, did you tip her well? Or
oh yeah, you have to definitely look at the tip.
Yeah.
See how that tells a lot about a person.
For sure.
You have to know about that.
If I have to pay on the first date, if you look to me for even like, I'll give you like a couple.
Why did you take me out?
That guy.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm sorry. I can't. No.
You know what I mean? If I have to pay, if I have to help you pay, this is the first date. You know, the very first date. You set the tone. So if I have to pay, we're not going on a second one.
Yeah, that's
right.
It's gonna end right there. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely putting you in a group chat.
Yeah, it's usually the friend who initiates like going on the date. So I'm like, you asked me out, so you're paying, obviously.
Right.
But
I'll drive myself.
I always drive myself. I don't like. I don't like getting picked up on the first date.
No, I need to get picked up because I'm trying to drink. I'm not trying to get a DUI.
I like my independence because I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna fucking leave, I need to leave. Like I'm just getting up and walking away.
No, also that's part of it. Like you need to pick me up. It needs to be like a real date. Back in the day where bitches driving themselves to their own dates. No.
Thank you. Knock on my door. Don't honk outside.
Exactly.
Get up quiet. Knock on my door.
Correct.
No, I'm just being for like, no, I'll take my. I might need to leave. I don't know how much like you might be boring, bro. I can't.
I feel like the standards are not the same though, like as they used to be. Like how Ray said, like, people aren't going up to the door and knocking on it. They're just texting like, hey, I'm here. And then we're walking out. You know what I mean? Like,
outside.
Yeah, the knocking on the door I could see. But I also like, now that I'm in a relationship, I'm like, oh, there's definitely like, if he wanted to, he would.
right.
Now I'm
Absolutely.
like, oh, that's a for sure thing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, but also, have you ever noticed like in the talking stages or the dating stages, like men never actually ask you out?
What do
Do
you
you get what I
mean?
mean? Like they should you. They're like, you should let me take you out. You should let me give you my number. Like, or even like when dudes slide in the DMs, they'll be like, you should let me shoot you. Right,
Oh, for
Ray? Don't
sure.
they ask you like that? They'd be like,
For
you
sure,
should let me
that's
shoot
true.
you.
Yeah.
You should let me send you out. And I'm like, is that a fucking question, bro? Like, I'm doing you a favor. Like,
Yeah,
don't
definitely.
should me. That pisses me off so much. I feel like I've pointed that out to so many girlfriends, and I'm like, if a guy does that to you, like, check him on it. It should be like, will you let me take you on a date? Like,
That's true.
it should be like a question. I feel like it's a rejection thing with men
It-
too, because it's not a question, you know?
Definitely.
Since it's like an ego thing, it's
Yeah.
like the asshole thing.
Yeah,
gets
like I
her.
didn't ask you, I suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's like some
for
weird
sure.
mindset that they have. I feel like that tells a lot about the guy, how they asked. And I love pointing that out to my girlfriends. So I'm like, fuck, I should be doing.
Yeah, for sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, when my boyfriend first asked me out, he was like, would you let me take you to dinner? Or
Yeah.
it wasn't like, you should let me take, because
But you've definitely had guys do
No,
that.
you're right.
Especially
I've
the
heard
number
it.
thing. You should give me your number.
That, yes,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
absolutely
I'd
heard
be
that
like,
before.
bro.
100% heard that before.
You tell me the fuck I should do.
Yeah.
I'm such a bitch. I'm horrible. So I'm like your worst fear to approach, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I'll make you feel like you are a fucking idiot for approaching me. Like, I'm literally a guy's worst fear.
What my worst fear is that a dude is not gonna like my kids or like my pets or something like that.
Must like no. You have to like. You have to be a dog person.
What if
my
he
boyfriend's
doesn't?
not fully like a dog person, but he says he loves my dogs, but he's not as much of a dog person. Walking them with me every time. We're like,
is that what you expect though?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh man.
Or like he was like, really, they sleep in the bed, and I'm like, yeah, they sleep in the bed. It like reduces anxiety. Has a bunch of benefits to it. They sleep in the bed. Like, too bad. My dogs are little though. So
Ray, you could date someone if they didn't like your dog?
I couldn't date.
No. Sorry, you hear a screaming baby in the background?
He's so cute.
That was cool. This is a show. That's mom things. That's
exactly.
all.
No. If you don't like my dog, that's like not liking my child. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I dated somebody who had like an allergy to my cat, and it's just like, okay, well then don't come to my house. Like, I'll go to your house, but I'm not getting into my cat.
See, I don't care. Like, oh my god, like I couldn't date a guy who's like a cat person.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on cats. I'm allergic to their hair too, but I'm like, I don't like that they get up on the counters, certain things like that.
If you have an allergy, that's cool. Like, I fully understand, but like, as long as you take care of your cat and you don't have like a fucking nasty ass litter box or whatever, as long as you take care of your animals in general, like, it's cool. And as long as the animal is cool with me, I've never met someone's animal that didn't like me. That would be so weird to go over to a dude's house and the dog doesn't like you.
Oh, that would be weird.
Right.
Bite me.
All scared for your life. Like, I'm not coming over here anymore.
I had never thought of that. My girl dog is like obsessed with my boyfriend. Like she stares at him as much as I do.
You stare at him a lot?
I do. I stare. Because he cooks, especially. So I'll just be like, oh my gosh, how hot is that? I'm gonna start filming him like cooking in his gray sweatpants. Anyway, not to get off topic.
I recently saw a TikTok.
A TikTok.
So that's obviously a deal breaker if the dog doesn't like him or you don't like the dog. But what if your family doesn't like him?
I mean, it'd be inconvenient, but it wouldn't be a deal breaker.
What? Really?
Yeah. I think it's still like.
I'd have to be like, well, why doesn't my family like him? But there have been times where my family's been like, oh, this guy sucks. And I'm like, no, you're wrong. And then the dude ends up sucking. Like,
My family liked the dude that did suck. So I guess I don't really value their opinion as much.
yeah.
I don't know. I guess my dad's opinion would affect it.
Dad's, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. His dad's like used to spit game, so they see that shit coming from a
I
mile
guess
away.
that's true, yeah.
They're like, I knew guys like that growing up or whatever. I'm like, Dad, you were that guy growing up. Stop.
How about you, Ray? How do you feel if like
Yeah. At 20,
Yeah, and I'm the sister who does not, if I don't like I've had that issue where I didn't like a female and it's no, I don't like I do not like her. I don't know if I have to censor myself on here, but no, I don't like the bitch. I'm not gonna talk to her. I don't care. I don't like her, and I'll give you a valid reason though. It's okay.
I'm the same way with my sister. Like, she's dating someone I don't like, and they'll try to introduce themselves. I'm like, I don't even have the space in my brain to learn your name because you're not going to be here in that long.
Oh, that's
from
true.
now.
I've done that to my sister.
I
for
won't.
sure.
Don't even shake my hand. Don't even look at me. I don't want to know your name.
Yeah.
I've met so many of you before. Like,
yeah, my sister's a serial monogamous, so I've definitely had that with her. Where I'm just like, I'm not investing in this because I know it's not gonna last. Sorry, sister, if you're watching this.
yeah, my sister knows characters, so they deserved it. Maybe one or two of them was a nice guy. I don't know. I'm older.
Oh, you're older.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that.
No.
Yeah, I am 30-ish.
We already did the math earlier.
30 and holding. I've turned 33 times now.
Oh, I had that. I turned 25 like 7 times.
Yeah, so I am 33 and he's only 30. What's your age difference?
That's like not even an age difference.
I feel like
it's not a big difference.
Not at
when the
this
woman's
age.
older. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've just seen so much more life in him though. Like I have 3 kids. He has
You said I've seen so much more life in him.
In that 3 years, my shit, bro. The stuff, no.
The kids thing I can see because like even like my boyfriend now like kids and I feel like damn you lived a whole other ass life. Like,
right.
It's like you lived a life within the life. Like
yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes.
It's like a cat. You just get another life.
Yeah. Our age difference. I'm 31 and he's 38.
7 years.
7 years.
That's probably like what you need though, because you're like
it's
too
nice.
mature for.
I like it, yeah. But then there is some times where I'm like, damn, you are like when he talks about what he was doing in like 2007, and I'm like, motherfucker, I was in high school. Like,
yeah.
There's times where it feels large, but then we're both in our 30s, so it's like it's not that serious.
Yeah. What's your age gap, Ray?
There's definitely an age gap. We're not going to disclose that.
But oh, come
on. No, there's definitely.
Okay,
it's over.
It's 0 to 5. Is it 6 to 10?
Yeah, no, it's over 6-year age difference. So
mine was 7. Okay, so that's not too
bad. It's over 7. I'll just say that.
All right, okay, that's good.
It's over 7 and under 20, you know.
That's good.
We're not, he's not old enough to be my parent, but there's definitely an age difference, and you can definitely tell, just because, like you said, when people start talking about what they were doing back in whatever year, I'm like, well, dang, I don't even want to talk about how old I was then. I'm like, it's okay. That's okay. But
the age gap you've dated?
Yeah.
See, people always assume like in my little you guys like they must be fucking old.
There's young dudes with money.
There's that, especially nowadays. Everyone's a fucking influencer.
Right.
Has money for some stupid reason.
Exactly.
No, I've never actually dated more than. This is actually the biggest age gap I've ever dated.
Really?
Yeah, it's never been more than like 3 years, probably.
I feel like I would date, like, because I'm 33, I would date, like, up to, like, a 50-year-old probably. Like,
Yeah, I'd
you
be
would have
down
to
for
be,
that.
like, younger than my dad for sure, but
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like
Yeah.
50 is my like limit.
yeah.
That's probably what.
And
Ray's
then
boyfriend
what
said.
about, like, younger than you?
Oh no, I cannot do younger.
No, not 3
Hell
years.
no.
Could you, Ray?
No, I'm gonna right now. My answer is no. I've never met somebody younger than me that's mentally able to keep up with what it is I'm discussing. I don't like simple conversations.
Right.
So if I can't even communicate with you, or you're just talking about smoking weed and scamming, or you don't like, I look at a lot of things because I feel a lot of people who are in my age bracket, it's not even to discredit them, but a lot of them still stay at home, still are super dependent, and I'm a very independent person. I moved out as soon as I graduated high school. I was like, all right, I'm out. And I never went back, so for me, I already passed a certain point. So dating somebody that's younger than me, unless you're at that same point, I can't do it.
I could see
Right.
that in your age bracket. Like I could see that. Like now that like we're in our age bracket, I'm like that's not so much of an issue.
No.
Yeah, they've like matured by then. How do you guys feel about dating like as parents though?
I feel like it's like you have to be super selective because I feel like everybody's a weirdo.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody, and you
Everybody's a
cannot hide nowhere. I will find you.
Yeah.
I'm taking toes, and no.
Everything else. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like everybody's weird, so you have to be super selective and make sure you get to really know a person before you bring them around your kids. And also, you don't want your kids to just be seeing you come in and out with random people all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm even just because, like I'm still with the same person. It comes down to even like friends or people that I know. Very few people have met my child. The fact that she popped up on the screen, that
Mhm.
wasn't by choice. That
Mhm.
was because she's up and she's over here trying to be in the mix of everything. But I'm very selective, all the way down to even friends bringing people around your children, Like
Absolutely.
Tiff said, people are weird. People are really weird, and
You
you
see that
don't.
so as a parent, you're like, oh.
I feel like everybody's weird. It's like you put on this like pair of glasses
Oh
where you're
man.
just
You're
like,
making me nervous.
you're trying to steal my kid. You look weird. Like,
Oh shit, is that a thing? Okay.
Yeah.
I still
Yes.
haven't met my boyfriend's kids. And like I said before, I never would have imagined I could date somebody with kids. But I'm like, dang, being like a dad is like a whole extra quality that I'm like, holy shit, I love that about you.
yeah.
Like
That's a really good thing, though. I feel that you still
very
haven't met his kids
yeah.
because it shows that he doesn't bring women around his children like that.
He's ready for me too, and I'm the one who's been like, no, I'm not ready.
Like,
Really?
do the kids want to meet you though?
That's his daughter,
Uh-huh.
and she just says she's nervous, I guess.
Okay. Just wait till they're comfortable once like they want to meet. That's cool.
I'm just like, I can wait. Let's get through the holidays or something
Right.
first.
Yeah, but ultimately the kids I feel like always should come first. So,
Yeah.
if they want to meet you, they should be able to because they'll want to be like, oh, who's my dad spending this time with? Or if they don't want to meet you because they're not ready to see you in that role, like that's cool too.
What age would you say that even? Like your 7-year-old can like process that?
Yeah, so I already have a dad. My mom and dad used to be in love and they had a wedding.
Wow, she said all that?
Yes,
Oh, that scares
dude.
the shit.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Kids will say everything.
Yeah.
They will say everything.
Like we would be at dinner and she'd be like, my mom and dad used to love each other, right? They had a fancy wedding before you came around.
See, that's my biggest fear is I'm the cause of like their parents splitting up just because like they're still in such a young like developed age and I'm
Yeah.
like they're not gonna remember before they're
Yeah.
just gonna remember me, and I'm like, or something. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Right. Especially if like
They're not gonna remember the people that.
they've only seen their dad with their mom, right?
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's their
I think
first
they were
time.
too young.
Oh.
Anyway, like I don't know how much. They were like 4 and 5 when they split, so they're 8 and 9 now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. It scares the shit. But I'm also scared of just being attached to myself.
That's fair.
Gosh, like I love you so much, and now you got
Fair.
2 little people who like wear your face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, that
They look
scares-
just like
they
you.
look just like you.
Yeah.
That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I was the same way. I mean, you know, my daughter has siblings, so
Oh.
I met them and I was like, yo, I was so nervous. I was nervous, but I was really excited, you know, because I mean, I know I'm a great person and I
Right.
like me. So, you know, I feel if I move with pure intentions, then I'll get, you know, pure results back. So, but I feel like it's a human thing to feel that nervousness, especially with children, you know, because a child's going to tell you how it is. There's no filter on a child. Like Tiff, your daughter over there talking about, you know, my parents were in love. Whoa,
Yeah.
little girl.
Right.
Like, hold on. And it's like I feel like they don't intentionally mean to be mean or to come off a certain way. It's just they're gonna see what comes to their mind, you know? Like, oh, you're pretty. Oh, why are you wearing that? I've had a kid tell me I don't like those shoes.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, okay.
That's funny. See, I literally think about what would I wear.
You're
when I
entitled to
meet
your
them.
opinion. Yeah.
Like I want them to think I'm pretty.
Something cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back next week to talk about more crazy shit my kids said. And maybe you'll have met your boyfriend's kids.
No, not within the week, bro.
No. I'm like, I can't wait to hear how that's
we'll get
gonna
into
go.
More like crazy dating stories, I'm sure.
Yes. Thank you, Ray, for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Next time, hopefully, I can come in.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hi
All right,
to you.
ladies.
Yeah, you can put her to sleep.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, guys. Can you hear me every time I was like burping?
I didn't hear burp.